Alright guys, SENSEI SWOLE back on the channel. Now, as promised in my latest check-in video, we are here again in the kitchen. So this is less of a recipe video, it's more of showing you guys a cutting hack or a cutting snack that I was having when I was shredding down and sometimes even getting ready for a competition prep. So something that can fill you up, it's low calorie, low sugar, low fat, but yeah, just fills the stomach and helps you curb any kind of cravings. It is just some aeroplane jelly light. Now what this is basically a heavily reduced calorie and heavily reduced sugar jelly. So it comes in a lot of flavors. Here today I have a lime and a mango passion fruit. Now the cool thing about this is it has 2 sachets in the pack. What I like to do is usually go 1 lime in another flavor, lime and mango or lime and passion fruit. Sometimes lime and orange actually tastes pretty good when it's mixed together. And the crazy thing about it is it makes 8 servings, which is gonna make half a kilo of jelly. And for the whole half kilo, it's only, I believe, 56 calories. So you can have half a kilo of jelly, 56 calories. So you're probably not gonna have this all in one go anyway. It's probably gonna last you about 3 massive servings throughout the day with meals in between meals, however you want it. But yeah, about 56 calories for the whole packet. It actually has over 10 grams of protein as well, which is crazy. 0.0 fats, 0.0 carbs, just a tiny bit of sodium as well. Just showing you guys that I have this when cutting, when competition prep phases where the cravings are insane. So yeah, to make it, it's actually pretty simple. We're gonna get into that now, but you just need 2 sachets. I'm gonna go 1 of each. And now let's get everything else we need for the recipe. So first thing first, we're gonna get a big container to mix this in, preferably something that can hold about 1 liter or so. This is a half kilo recipe, but you know, just in case you don't want it leaking out, and obviously a spoon to mix it all together. So I'm gonna use 1 of the lime and 1 of the mango passion fruit here. I also kickstarted the kettle earlier, so we got some hot boiling water ready. And we're also gonna get a glass of water, about 200 mils to go in. Let's get a bit of a close up here. And now what I'm going to do is rip up in 1 sachet of each flavor. So 1 flavor of the lime and 1 of the mango passion fruit. Let's chuck both of those sachets in the bowl. And now what we're going to do is first pour the boiling water. So roughly 250 mils of boiling water going in. And now we're going to chuck in the 250 mils of cold water. Next up, all you have to do is simply stir it all together, but you want to make sure that it stirs well and everything is dissolved. What you don't want to see is any of this residue or paste forming on the spoon. So we're going to keep mixing it up together until it's nice and smooth, so it's ready for the next step. Now, the packet recommends to put it into the fridge for 4 hours, which you definitely can do. With me, I'm a bit impatient, and if I'm making this after gym and before dinner, I just personally chuck it into the freezer. So I personally put it in for roughly 2 hours, and that usually does the trick. Now, I've been using the Aeroplane Light brand for about a year and a half during shredding phases or competition prep, but now there are actually some new alternatives in the market. There's even these ones by Muscle Nation, which comes in lime as well as raspberry or strawberry, I believe. And these are also 99% sugar-free. It has a tiny bit more carbs, 0.9 grams per serving. But the crazy thing about it is in 1 packet of these, it makes the same amount of jelly almost. Instead of 500 grams or so, it's about 430 grams. But the crazy thing is it has 26 grams of protein in it. It does obviously have some more calories in there because, you know, each gram of protein is 4 calories. So the whole packet of this is 109 calories with the 26 grams of protein. I get enough protein in my diet, so I don't always use these. I typically just go with the Aeroplane Light jelly, it does the trick. And yeah, as I mentioned before, I like to mix and match some flavors together. It makes a unique flavor, so it doesn't get boring. But yeah, so we'll put it in the freezer now. It'll be about 2 hours or so until it's set. We'll check back in then and see how it's looking.
2 hours later.
All right, so it's been 2.5 hours in the freezer, and we've got our finished result here. Let's get a close up and see how this low-calorie jelly is looking. Try and get a bit of a jiggle for the camera.
My money don't jiggle jiggle, it folds. I like to see you wiggle wiggle, for sure. It makes me wanna dribble dribble. You know, riding in my Fiat, you really have to see it. 6 feet.
So there we have it, over half a kilo. Now, like I said, this is probably at least 3 to 4 servings if you're having big servings anyway. Wouldn't expect someone to smash this in 1 sitting. I probably could, but I wouldn't want to because you probably have an upset stomach having that much of this jelly all in one go. But yeah, the whole thing less than 60 calories, lasts you a couple of servings, keeps you full in between meals if you're struggling on prep or dieting. And yeah, it's just super easy to make. Literally mix some ingredients together, chuck it in the fridge for 4 hours or freezer for 2 or so hours like I did. Pro tip, don't leave it for more than about 2 hours, otherwise it can get a bit icy and hard. But this is the perfect consistency here. So I'm gonna save this for later, have it with my next meal or with dinner. But quick and easy video. Now before we end it, drop a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you haven't already, share it if you'd like as well, why not, help your boy. And that is it for today's video. Sensei Swole, checking out.